Okay there, sorry, I just had to put in a small interruption because I just had to turn out the volume. There's just no way that this is going to work. So the last time that you heard was this missile here being launched at these incoming missiles, and I'm slightly concerned because while we do have about 40, well 50 missiles or so, 50 anti-air missiles, I'm not sure whether it's wise to shoot that many of these incoming things. Basically we have 10 missiles coming in here. These would almost drain us in terms of what we can put onto the enemy. I hope that my ships are a little bit more conservative than they used to be. No, they are still launching a lot of missiles at these guys. Why are you doing this? You shouldn't be doing this. Not as strongly. So, weapon control, anti-air. Tight, only fire at contacts. Hold, do not fire except in self-defense. Manual only. Let's use this. I don't want them to be firing off that many missiles. We need to be a little bit more conservative here with what we've got, especially as these are firing in sort of salvos of 4. So I think we'll need to be mindful of that. Yeah, and this is 4 missiles coming in, so it's 12 in total. And this guy, if he hits, now this guy is probably going to retarget himself, so that's okay. So let's make sure that we are using a single missile on each of these ships, and I think I want to spread that out a little bit. So let's allocate 1 missile to each of you, and that should be okay. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. With these 21 missiles, so allocate 1 missile to all of these guys, which is going to be alright. Right, so it's going to take a while until these guys are truly in range, but yeah, I think that should be okay. Some of them will miss, and we will need to keep a close eye on this, but at least so far, we're doing relatively well over here. And we can see all of the calculations behind this if we do plop this out. And you can see basically all of the probability to hit calculations over here. And stop. We can see that this guy here missed, and let's look at this. So the base hit probability is 95%, but the intercept angle is slightly lower. Target signature is relatively low, so the final hit probability is 80%, and we haven't quite matched that up. This guy is using active radar emissions, so it would be kind of good to actually use the ship that is closest to you, and that is the Detroit over here. So we're going to try to attack you with another missile from the Detroit, which I think is going to be alright. And then let's get back to the group view. And the thing I want to do is take this here and actually allocate... got Manuka, that's the decoy here, and that is going to deploy automatically. So let's employ another one over here. So we're allocating 5 missiles to these 4 incoming missiles, which I think should be alright. Yeah, and there you can see Detroit has launched another one at this missile over here, and we are seeing another missile. Ooh, and this again missed. So and you actually seem to be targeting Fort Worth over here, so Fort Worth definitively... Oh, you can fire with your 57mm gun. Well, that is fantastic. Let's try to use that and maybe take this guy out. More missiles coming in. Yeah, you can see the guns over here. Let's actually pause this here for a second, and let's actually start the 3D view because I want to show you just how that looks. If we do look at this very closely, and this guy is extremely close now, it's only less than a mile away, and we are not seeing the 3D view, are we not? Okay. Well, I'm not sure why it didn't work, but it just doesn't. Okay, fine. The game might still be a little bit buggy. Okay, thing is, he's uncomfortably close now, and you can see these 57mm bursts here are relatively unlikely to hit. Final probability is only 1%. So yeah, I'm not going to risk that. I'm going to try to actually launch another missile here at you. I think that's going to be alright. It's certainly better than losing this aircraft. And there we go. This missile did hit, and that's fantastic news. for us. Who are you? You're Slugger 1, so you're another aircraft helicopter. We're going to send you down here, potentially take these guys out. 12 more missiles coming in, and that is not good. Right, you are right over here. You've got an hour or so till bingo fuel. Let's bring it over here, just a little bit closer. I'm not really sure where all of these missiles are coming from, but we will need to react in some way. Well, I suppose we can bring you up here a little bit more. New contact still. That means there is at least another group coming in. Can't quite see it. Oh, so yeah. You are being launched from this vicinity here. Now we could try to take these guys out. We could try to come here. And we could try to sneak behind this mountain because we do have a SAM battery over here. But if we are sneaky, we might just be able to do something about these guys. Not sure whether that is going to be possible though, so for now I think we are fine, even though this is not looking great. Right, oh, this one actually retargeted to over here. That's fantastic news actually. So you're extremely flexible. That I like to see a lot. So let's make sure that we are targeting these guys here with at least a missile each. And you can see our stores are sort of coming down actually. So that is somewhat unfortunate. Let's target all of you guys and see what's going to happen. Yeah, last one was taken out. That's nice to see. Very nice to see, in fact. You, my friend, are coming down here. Suppose you can come in a little bit more closely like that. And I think you are having a weird... Let's get to military speed over here. That means you only have 43... It's not that big a difference in terms of speed, so let's go to cruise speed, and that brings it down here a lot faster. Pause. So some of these guys did escape being targeted, so let's try to do this at least and then see what's going to happen. Well, I mean, at best he's going to hit, so actually all of these guys here need to be targeted as well. So let's in fact do that. That was a miss there, so let's make sure that we are engaging with someone else then. 57mm, that's not really going to help, so let's try another one of these missiles because we saw the hit probability was basically only a single % over here. Now this is extremely close here, but that was just taken out very, very closely towards us. 4 missiles are coming in, 4 missiles, so we'd be lucky to strike all of you. Let's wait a second here until this guy is also taken out, until we are targeting this one. And indeed that's looking good, so let's do this. We don't need to do this automatically, but if we don't, there is a certain tendency that these guys are using that a little bit too liberally, I think. So yeah, I prefer to do it this way. Right, you are coming down here, and you are... I mean, we have so many search radars that I think if we do look at the surface sensors over here, yeah, a lot of guys can see you, and I don't think there is any possibility how we could prevent that from happening exactly. So no, I think it might be making more sense to go this way. Yeah, so there's no way how exactly we can prevent them from acquiring a target solution on us right now. There. And we are seeing a definitive shortage of missiles by now, so not really sure what we can do about that, but I think we'll have to do it like this for now. Well, one thing that we could do is we can have a look at our aircraft here, and maybe have a look at some of these Hellfires, or at least at this gentleman here. Okay, let's launch you individually. We also have these guys here with their anti-submarine warfare capabilities. Okay, let's launch one of you. I'm slightly concerned there might be a sub, so let's launch you there, and that's going to be fine. You are coming down there, that's okay. We still have this gentleman coming in for these two boats. It's going to fire a couple of rockets onto these 70mm rockets, which hopefully is going to be fine. So hopefully that's going to take them out. Right, you are trying to achieve a target lock, but we are taking out one missile there at the very least, so that's nice. One miss there. How about the other guys? One hit. And the last one. Could you please hit? That would be great. No, that's not so great. Well, doesn't really matter who is launching these missiles, I suppose. Let's still launch all of them. Or at least two. Right, you are coming up close to these guys. And that's going to be nice. You down here are trying to... Okay, you have a significant range as well, so let's try to attack you first, maybe. Come down that way, that sounds good. Oh, stop. Both of these missiles apparently missed. And I actually need to select you here, Fort Worth. Ooh, this is not looking good. So let's launch a missile here first. And then Detroit, you can launch a missile on this gentleman here. Oh dear. So we fail to spoof them with the Siegenat. Weapons damage, yeah. So we have been hit over here, and this is not great. This is definitively not great. Some of your systems have been taken out, I suppose. Yeah, you are suffering from a fire and certain things being taken out, including the Bushmaster. Why did the Bushmaster not attack? Gun directors, generic laser finders, and your propulsion is at least damaged, if not taken out. Was it maybe because of the doctrine settings? I mean, we have told them to only engage things at... Well, I wonder why is this not really working out, though. This is what should not have been... Guy weapons. It's only inherent at one round. It should not have done that. One round, 2 rounds, all weapons, system default. Really irritating. Really irritating. Right, okay, let's try to do this slightly differently. Okay, so let's grab all of these guys here. Let's go to Doctrine window. Let's tell you to hold weapon, so be weapons tied. I think that's fine. You can actually be inherited. That's okay. And then there is nothing else that we want to change over here. This is all good. But over here on weapons release, we're going to tell these guys here to only be tied, basically, in terms of the missiles against missiles, the rim, and these guys here. Likewise, I think you should sort of hold tight against guided weapons. Shooters per salvo. Let's see whether that works out better. So there's a single missile coming in against these guys. You are firing your guns off though, and this time it worked, so yeah, okay, fine. That's alright. We are though approaching this target here, and that is nice to see, because I think we will be having some revenge over here on these two ships here, because this gentleman I think will very soon launch a 70mm rocket. And against this type of boat down here, I think a 70mm rocket is going to be more than enough. Yeah, there we go. Missile being launched and directly flying on towards the enemy over here. Maybe it's not going to straight out sink it, but no, it is straight out blown away. So that's nice. I think this one here is a little bit tougher, but still I think that's fine. And you know what? You here have a similar job. I think we do definitely want to sink these guys. Right, there we go. So that's alright. Our little ship down here still being around, so that's nice to see. Wait a minute, why have you been launched? Don't quite understand that. Okay, let's try to get down there. And rounder 1 here is another... Oh, okay, you are the... Okay, let's actually start to set up a mission over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to define an area. This area basically over here. We're going to shift it slightly so that it's sort of sloping outwards a little bit. And we are going to define these 4 reference points as being in selected reference points are relative and fixed bearing towards these guys. So these points will now move together with the zone over there, and we're going to ask, we're going to add a new mission here on the mission editor. Sorry, not on the overview missions. We are just going to add a new mission, and that mission is going to be, it's a simple mission. It's an anti-submarine warfare mission, and it's going to be, I think, a patrol and an anti-submarine warfare patrol. It's going to be active, and that's fine. And we're going to open the mission editor. And we are going to ask one of the Seahawks, namely the one with the missiles over here. You are airborne, so we are going to assign this to that. And yeah, you're just going to do what you need to do, I think, more or less automatically. Right. There we go. So this is now active and fine. Oh, and I didn't know that before, so that's nice to see. You here, have you launched a single rocket at these guys, but you did miss or something? Yeah, I think so. Let's launch another one then. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Fine, lovely, perfect. You have launched a single missile at these guys. They've probably survived that. Let's do another one then. There we go. So you're taking out these guys. You are coming in down there against this gentleman, and I definitely want to launch a Hellfire at you there. Hellfire, of course, being a much larger weapon than these guys. Okay, so rounder 2, you're going there, that's fine. You are coming down here. That's also good to see. You're still not being taken care of? Well, you're at 0 knots, so I think we will be alright over there. And you've got, what, five rockets left. And these are these small little ships that are actually not too threatening. So I suppose what we could do is come up this way and try to take out a couple of these. So in particular, these 2 guys each do deserve a missile rocket, I should say. No, it's a missile, they're guided. And these guys here definitely do deserve one as well, and that should give you basically everything that we need. You're coming up here, that's nice to see, and I suppose you will be taking out this guy here in the meantime. Will you? Yeah, you will. Good. You are just the recon craft, so that's okay, and you're coming down here to take out this gentleman, and I think afterwards we will try to take out someone who's sitting somewhere here in the middle, this guy there. So let's try to make our way, sort of weave our way through this. Yeah, that should be fine. Good. Let's grab the little combat group here and ask them to pester this guy here with some... Who's the one who's damaged? Which ship is it? It's the Fort Worth. Okay, so it's not exactly Fort Worth, but someone else, Detroit, let's say. You can sort of send, let's say, 20 rounds, 20 or 80 rounds, 20 salvos at this guy. Right, you're coming down here, taking care of these guys, that's alright. You are taking care of that gentleman. You are coming down there. That's okay. Well, I suppose I would like to send you this way then. And you know what? What we can do is try to take out the things that have been the land-based installations. Good takeout over there. So these UAVs are really super useful for us right now. And let's therefore allocate one weapon to each of these gentlemen. I think we can go to slightly high speed here. Ooh, another rocket being seen over here from these guys. Oh, well, that's interesting. So these guys are actually sometimes, or maybe our intelligence was wrong, but that guy is definitively sending a guy weapon our way. Is it him? Or is there maybe something else over here? Well, this is looking weird. I mean, this is a lot of missiles for such a small boat. I don't really believe that can be a consequence of only this guy. Right, Fort Worth. You've got a couple of missiles still, so let's try to use all of these. And I would also like you to be a little bit faster here. Right, you are coming down there. You're going to try to take out this guy. I think you've taken out someone else as you went ahead there. That's nice to see. You? Have I not told you to come up here? Well, maybe I missed it in some way. Right, you should send a missile there. Are you? Are you? Yeah, there we go. Need to be a slightly different bearing. That's okay though. And we've launched Doughboy number 2 over here. So let's try to bring you in here and try to sneak around and see what's going on. Let's come in there on low altitude. I don't want to be engaged by this anti-radar installation. Just want to be around there basically. And I suppose you can come up here. Try to be a little bit sneaky there and try to find out what's going on there. Right, missiles are coming up towards us against our ships, but I think they will be engaged very soon, so that's nice. You in fact have taken out this guy, so let's send you up here. And then up there. Right, first missiles are being launched at these enemies. So that is nice. Come on. Yeah, good hit there. It's sort of passing through there, that's okay. Another hit there, that's very good to see. Come on, 2 more hits. Nope. Okay, so Fort Worth please. I'm launching these missiles because I'm not sure whether Fort Worth is going to survive as a ship. So let's try to make sure that we are using all of its missiles as long as the ship itself is still around. Are you making any speed though? I'm slightly afraid that you are non-active here. Ah! Lots of missiles being launched suddenly at this guy. Potentially I did hit it at attacking. Oh come on. Oh come on. Yes! Whew! 3 missiles. Last one did hit. Right. I mean, on the other hand, that's a good sign about the number of missiles that we launched there. Nevertheless, I do want to find out that you guys are still only making 10 knots here. And that's a big issue. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to ask you guys here to be on similar speed actually. So let's get towards 10 knots, I think. Yeah, so that's going to be alright. Good. You down here will be able to engage this ship and then that one. And you're probably going to have a missile left. You're going to come down here. You do have 5 missiles left. That should be enough for all of these ships there. So in fact what you might want to do then is come down here and sort of wreak havoc there. You, I think, have in fact sunk one of your targets. So let's make sure to target these guys here with a Hellfire. And to that purpose you might just want to come up this way. Or you know what, we are going to sort of weave around over here and target this guy here with a Hellfire as well. Really irritated where all of these missiles were coming from though. You here should be alright. Hopefully. There's a missile flying towards this boat. Is it going to hit? Yes, it is. So that means you can come directly up that way, though. You do have how much flying time? Oh, 5 hours. That's pretty brilliant. You're going to come up all the way to the north. You're still making speed. That's good. You're launching a missile at this guy. Yes, nice. So yeah, and you I think can take out, or at least try to take out, all these guys down here. Well, you know what? Let's actually, between these guys, deallocate you and allocate one more to you. These are these slightly bigger ships. And you can target this gentleman here then with a single missile, just primarily to slow him down and maybe take out his radar installation. Good, good, good. Right, you're coming up there, that's good. And I suppose after that you can come down here and try to take out this one as well. And it's really irritating that this guy, or that there were a lot of missiles coming from the vicinity of this guy. Although they might as well come from, oh, something like this over here. Yes, that's probably it. Didn't even see you before, so we've got a lot of ships over here that are actually very threatening towards us, so we should really keep you in mind as well. So we've got you here, and you are a guided, look at that, the drone over there. But you are carrying what? Not that many gun mounts actually. So you are a very funny class. But you here, you definitely have an extreme range against us. Some of these guys do have a very, very extreme range. So I think what we should try to do is actually grab some of our... Do we have more MH60s with Blackhawks? No, we do not. Sorry, with more MH60s with Hellfires. We do not, and it's slightly difficult to get into the range here because this guy does have a very decent anti-air range, actually. And you have got what? 8 miles? You've got probably also 8 miles? Yep. General Auxiliary over there. You're the funny one. Sort of the carrier for some sort of drones, I think. There's basically this gentleman here which is carrying what? It's a complete frigate. So this is really strong. And you have a 70-mile range. You're carrying twin launchers, so it would be... This is something that I would expect to see from you actually. 70-mile radius. We are well within that radius. I do wonder what is representing this though. It's almost looking like 2 circles there, isn't it? Is it you? Also 70-mile radius. General Auxiliary. But I can't see any indications that you would be armed with something like that. Right, you here have basically run out of missiles, I suppose. Slugger 1. Yeah, RTB. Return to base Winchester. That means it is running out of missiles. You here, you've basically just launched, I suppose. Couple of missiles being taken out over there. Okay, you are still running 11 knots, which is still dangerous towards us, so let's try to come up this way and actually launch, I suppose, 2 missiles at you. And 1 more missile at you. Then you can do your thing over there. You're going to come up this way and launch your missile at this gentleman, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. That's one of these small boats, so I think it's fine to come down there. because that will probably sink him. Yes, very nice. So you're going to come down there and basically just wreck this guy with this last missile. And then you likewise are going to land and try to be a little bit more self-sufficient there. Okay, you, my friend, are going to try to divert over there because I think the land-based missiles are not such a big threat anymore all of a sudden. You do have a couple of Hellfire, so you're going to come down there and probably take care of that. You're going to take care of this. You're coming home. You are actually sort of going wherever. Let's get over there. Oh, are we seeing some type of hosted unit over here? Yeah, a UA, a Bell UA. Interesting. Right. You still got the torpedo thingies, and you have actually laid your first sonar buoy, so that's nice because that will allow us to hopefully clear out any submarine that we might be spotting over here. Right, are you still going sort of at least 10 knots? Yeah, you are. It's bad that we did take some damage over there. Okay, we did slow down this guy very significantly to 2 knots, so I think he's basically no threat anymore. We do need to be a little bit careful that we're not getting into the machine gun range of these guys though. That would be a little bit unfortunate. Right, you're being taken care of. So this is the big threat over here. I'm not sure what you are. No way you have such a big range. That just doesn't correspond to the classification that we've seen earlier. You'll be alright in engaging this one, I think. We've got High Eye. High Eye is going to land very soon. In about 15 minutes. Still, we are going to keep him around. Because I think it might be alright just to try to do a little bit more damage here. Right, you have come down here. You're going to try to engage this one over there. I think you'll be alright there. You do have some fuel left, so that's good. You. No, stop. What are you doing? Come back. You don't really want to be there. That was weird. Also not sure where you are running. It's a Hydra. It's one of our missiles. But you're way too close here. Way too close. This guy doesn't have any speed left, but that's okay. So let's try to come down here and I suppose just try to sink a couple of these boats. Boats. And that should be okay. Good. Nice. You, I suppose we can just give you an order like that and try to attack you. Yeah, engage offensive. Nice. You're coming up this way. There is another boat down there. But I suppose you should be able to do enough damage down here. You maybe should be coming a little bit further away from these boats. Yeah, but you will be alright, I think. There's a couple of further of these IPS-60s, but this one has the furthest range, so I'm mostly concerned about that guy. How are you guys looking? You're coming close towards here. Why are you down to 5 knots? I don't understand. Why are you down to 5 knots? You're 10 knots. You're 5 knots. You're 5 knots. You're 5 knots. I think you might just be coming back into your station and then these guys will resume speed. Yeah, that's probably going to be alright. Okay, did take out this guy down there, so that's nice. And you are coming up here and then sort of weave in between there, so that should be alright. You again. Maybe go a little bit that way. I think we can accelerate time here. I know we had a very long time, but I think it might make some sense to at least get some conclusion on this engagement down here, and then the next thing that we really need to take care of is these guys up there. Right. And I think you can just directly sort of make your way through here. And hopefully be able to engage them. Didn't I allocate weapons to you already? I think I did. So we should see a launch on this guy. And we are seeing at least a launch on this guy there. taken out this guy. No, we have allocated a weapon to you. Okay, let's try to bring you down here first. Yeah, there you are. Launch. Yeah, very lovely indeed. Good stuff there. And you are coming towards this target. That's lovely to see. And then afterwards, after there, you can come up over here and try to whittle away at these guys. Another missile launch up here. Good stuff. Let's try to bring it down with your last missile. Think against this boat there. And launch. Launch. No, we haven't allocated that yet, so let's do that now. You're dead in the water, so that's good. And let's bring you up here. Good. And that does leave these two guys, which probably might actually be able to engage us. But I think we will be alright. We'll probably be able to fend them off with our guns. They're strong enough for that. And that maybe means we have been too aggressive over here. Can I actually get you to launch one of your Hellfires, please? Outside boreside limits. By anyone? No. Yeah, no. You do need to engage this, please. Pretty please, and thank you. There we go. Right, now do come up over here. And there we go. Good hit there. Yeah, so that's basically... I mean, you still have a significantly-ish range, but you're dead in the water, so I think we're alright over here. And these guys are spotting some of our craft. It's not too bad, actually. This MiG here is still an issue. Yeah, the main issue is this frigate. This is what really concerns me. And which we probably need to be a little bit worried about. Right, so why are you not faster now? You're still struggling to get into position. That's okay then. You will be alright, and you will be sunk as we sail past you. You are returned to base. Can I get you over there that you're not directly going into machine gun range on these guys? That would be lovely. Right, and you're coming home. Yeah, lovely. Good. And Brick 1 is on his mission to potentially engage some of these guys here. You're far enough away, I think, from the anti-air range. This guy here is a problem. Because he does have radar. It's just, of course, we don't really have anything that has a significant range against these guys. Oh, that's only the Independence. Wait a second. Over here, let's grab the entire group. There's nothing that we have that has significant range. Only the Hellfire actually does have any significant range. Yeah. Alright, okay, let's accelerate it further. I think we are relatively fine for now. I think you guys should soon accelerate a little bit. And then be able to engage this guy here. Yeah, and you are all coming home. That's good to see. You're coming on that way. You are coming closer to this group. There is a single aircraft ship down here. Well, 3 ships that are still making speed against us. And all of these guys, which will probably be able to engage us actually. And how are we looking in terms of aircraft? You are reserved and you are sort of pointless with the torpedoes, I think. Right, so we will need to be a little bit careful here. There's a commercial container vessel. Here's the MiG, and you would be able to engage us if we get too close here. So let's make sure to not do that actually. And try to skim ahead at your limits there. And I suppose your range really isn't sufficient, so let's try to get you on a sensible course over here. Try to take out this guy and then someone else. And you, my friend, need to be even more careful. And then this, let's actually try to launch a Hellfire in this vicinity and then just directly immediately get out, because I think you will be able to send missiles our way. Hellfire has impacted this guy, I think. Isn't that what this told us? Couldn't really see any impact there, so let's try to do that another time. Notice how low these guys are. 60 feet above sea level. Okay, there we go. That's good. Good enough for me. And we are seeing that they are launching a missile now. I suppose that we will be out of range soon enough. Yeah, I think we are getting out of range here as fast as possible. Okay, you guys do need to take care of these guys here. First, because they are a little bit too close. Actually, you guys are fine. Okay, let's send you this way. You coming down here. You can come up that way. And try to engage this gentleman here with another missile. Right, fantastic. Your job is going to be to engage these two guys with a missile each. Yeah, but economy of weapons is a big issue here. You are still only running 5 knots. Why is that? Because you still... A, you still haven't reached your target, and B, you're very, very slow now. Most of your sensors are dead. How is damage control looking? Well, damage... damaged engines. That's a big issue here. Can I get it to be fast at all? Right. Okay, good hit over there. Sail you up over there. Another hit there, so that's good. You've just engaged this one. That's nice. Yeah, and you will be able to kill him. You will be able to send a missile that way. Let's send you over here, because I want to try to get this one there. You've done well over there. Let's bring you down here and try to wreak my havoc there. Try to take up this guy. You're fine where you are. You're dead in the water anyway. How many missiles will you be shooting at this guy? Because he's a little bit stronger. Single missile. Well, 2 missiles are fine for you, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Good. Good enough for me. Right, Mr. High-Eye, you can turn away a little bit. You can come on maybe a little bit more like that. You've got 4 missiles. Let's try to target this one over there. And this one. I mean, these drones are decent at attacking light ships, but only at very, very light ships. So it's an interesting concept, really, I find. Okay, you are taking this one. Sink. I mean, it's an effective way to counter these low threat environments. And come on, last missile. There we go. Nice, good. So you're coming back. You can engage this one. And I suppose what we're going to do over here is tell you to come... Well, I think you need to come a little bit more like that. So a little bit more perpendicular to the enemy weapon range. Right. Let's try to take out these guys. I think we should have enough missiles. And over there, that's fine. And then we need to check how good our guys are doing. Yeah. Just a 70mm rocket, guided rocket is fantastic against these guys, really. Come on. Attack him now. I know you can. He's well within range. Why are you not doing anything? Weird. Normally they're a little bit less stupid. Okay, let's try to attack this guy over there. Come on, send your missile. Yeah, there we go. And come on, hit, hit, hit. Yes. Good hit there. Maybe not enough, but at least a good hit. You did well over there. Let's try to attack this one then. This one we can pretty much ignore. And you're coming home. Good. Are you? Yeah, you are. Using your sensors. Let's try to turn that off for a second here. because I don't want to advertise our position too strongly. Right, there are further ships over there. Big issue again is our speed here. Okay, let's try to bring it up here. I don't want to get into this guy's AA range. We are down to very low speeds with our combat group. This is a little bit disappointing. Okay, and let's see. So you are on reserve, but you are available. Why are you not? Because we don't have enough Hydra weapons. So basically these guys were sort of one shot. Yeah, you could only be maritime surveillance. I suppose that's all right there. Same here. Yeah, same here. No 70mm rockets. Unfortunate. How about you then? Can you be armed with something else here? We could get the Hellfires onto you. That would not be the worst idea. We also have different torpedoes, although I think all of these torpedoes do have very abysmal range. 6 miles or so, whereas the Hellfires do have a much higher range. No, 5 miles. Interesting. So maybe we actually have a better range with our torpedoes? Could that be the case? Kinematic range, 6 miles. Now I don't quite trust that. I think Hellfires are slightly better weapons here. Yeah, and again, basically only useful as maritime surveillance craft. That's a little bit disappointing. So these here are our last 3 rockets. Can't do much with them, but I do want to take this guy out. And that should be possible, right. You do have these torpedoes, but a 6-mile range, you know what, let's do that. I'm going to come up here and try to attack this ship here with the torpedo. That's going to be fun. That's a funny way to try it. Right, you're coming up there, you're sending your missile into this ship. Lovely, good stuff. You'd have 2 left. Let's try to take out, I suppose, this thing, and then we're going to send a missile into this one, hoping to slow it down to, enough to make it really think twice about what it's doing over there. Right, 5 knots. This is going to be so bad. Okay, but this here I like. Let's accelerate time further even. I think we're not under immediate threat over here. And then let's try to do a launch against this guy here. Oh, you can't even do that? Is it truly only against anti-submarines? Search pattern, properties, valid target submarines. What we can do though is a bearing only launch. So what we can do is, come on, let's grab you, attack options, bearing only launch. You are not quite 6 miles away, so what we can do is launch in this direction. Let's pause here for a second. Attack, bearing only launch. I think this direction should be fine. Single torpedo. And there we go, there's our torpedo. And now this guy is coming up this way, and I hope that he will retarget. Let's see. I'm not sure whether he will truly do that, but if he would, that'd be fun. You there? What are you doing? Well, don't immediately fly through this dude. I think that would be great. Hi, you're fine, and you are returning to base. That's okay too. At 5 knots. Yeah, this early on hit, that was really, I think that kicked us a little bit. Right, let's accelerate time further. I do want to find out what this torpedo does. New contact. Sam. Sam over here. A missile is coming towards us. Okay. You, my friend, do need to get out of there. Yeah, and this missile is really going nowhere. That's okay. These ships are coming in close, so let's try to make sure that we are engaging them very appropriately. With a lot of gunfire. And that hopefully should be okay. Yeah, there we go. Destroyed. Oop, not quite destroyed. Let's make sure that we are sending a good number of shots that way. I think 30 should be fine. Stop. What's going on? I think something was launched. Okay. Right. Let's maybe not go quite as crazy fast. Right, so you here do engage this guy. Don't really want to use a Hellfire for that. And over here, who can engage this gentleman? No one? You've still got rims, by the way. 30mm. You've got a lot of... No, well, Fort Worth is a little bit not so great at targeting at the moment, I think. Right, there we are, shooting at this gentleman here with his true 1 knot speed. And we will probably come under attack by this guy here soon. There's only a limited amount of stuff that we can do against that. This ship here has been sunk, and I think this one is going to be having a very similar fate. He's streaming in extremely fast against us. We are now at 8. No, I was supposed to say we are looking... It looks like we're doing a little bit faster runs now, but that just doesn't seem to be the case either. And here we go, 57mm guns coming in against these light boats. And hitting a lot of area around it, and hitting it a little bit. Is it hitting it enough? No. Well then, I think even Fort Worth can try to hit it now, even though a lot of its sensors have been taken out, so you are extremely inaccurate. But I think that's still enough against a very damaged ship. And on the other hand, it's a little bit better to use your ammunition against this guy rather than anyone else's. Yeah, but you haven't really been taking care of him. So another 50 rounds it is. Well, yeah, 40 rounds it is. But he should be basically stationary. Come on, just sink him. I think that's going to be probably it's going to be enough. Come on, that needs to be enough. It's nearly your entire stock of ammunition. You know what? Let's blow it all. Right, and I think we can accelerate time further here. Yeah, there we go. You've been taken out. So let's see what else we can do over here. How are you looking in terms of aircraft? Is there anything that can launch? Yes. You can launch, and you could potentially take out these guys. We don't know though. Okay, let's launch Hellfire here at these guys. I think Fort Worth again is maybe the one to do that, if you do have them. Yeah, you are coming in close towards us. Yeah, and there's the missile. There's the hit. Let's do another missile and a lot of guns. There's also this ship up there. What's your range here? Very hard to say, actually. Okay, let's do... Okay, Fort Worth. Send up two more missiles that way. And you can also send up a couple of missiles this way. And see what good is that gonna do. Oh dear. We've received words that the People's Republic of China may have provided civilian ships armed with containerized cruise missile systems to Iran, crewed by military personnel masquerading as merchant mariners. You have been forwarded as a list of suspected traffic in the region. This represents a completely unacceptable breach of what we are prepared to tolerate and a serious threat to security for all the world sea lanes. Send those ships to the bottom. Okay, that's a problem. So, what, we've got an event over here. Which ships are these? Are they automatically marked as hostile or something? Doesn't seem like they are, so... Don't suppose there is anything that unit lost. Really? Probably when we were sunk there. When we were hit. I'm not sure. When was that? 1351. Okay, that's a while ago. But which are these ships that are problematic? Also, it seems. Oh, you're engaging us down there with your gun, actually. So this guy here is a problem now. And I suppose what we need to do is take... Jackson doesn't have anything. You've got something. Yeah, we're being outgunned over here. That's independence. Let's try to strike with an independence. Gonna try to use your guns. Gonna try to come down here at full speed. You know what, Detroit, you can try to attack these gentlemen here with another salvo. Yeah, and you're doing so. Yeah, Fort Worth might come down. We might be losing that. If you're targeting that. You might also be targeting Detroit, sorry, Independence. Very hard to say. Let's detach you. So that these guys here are a little bit faster. And able to take out these guys down there. No, you're targeting Fort Worth, I think. I think you're slightly missing. Yeah. That's good so far. Anything we can do against you? I don't see anything that would be in range. But soon you should be. We're also trying to target this guy. How's Fort Worth doing? Damage 72%. That's a lot of damage. Let's try to slow you down a little. Are you in fact capable of engaging this guy? If not, maybe try to do that. We were being hit over here. Yeah, damage is increasing. Let's turn on the sensors that we do have. Maybe it's going to be useful to some degree. That is very hard to say. Are you out of weapon range? It doesn't look like you're out of weapon range. So don't see the Chinese ships that are supposed to have weapons. It might be these guys. And that would be a lot of trouble for us because we don't really have enough capabilities to take that out. And we are pretty much sending all of our missiles now down to this guy. But he will have support systems, and he's a very tanky guy, I think, so let's try to continue. Yeah, well, now he's reacting, but I think he's missing. One Hellfire has impacted, second one has impacted there. Ooh. Armor is being penetrated. Is he shooting at our ship or is he shooting at our missiles? Very hard to say sometimes. Well, definitely we are damaging him as well, so that definitely is good. Let's pick you guys. I think Detroit can allocate a couple of more guns towards you. And let's have you allocate about 40 or so guns towards this ship. Let's try to turn around a little bit here, because I think we are being impacted here with Detroit. So Detroit itself might actually fire back at this guy. You know what, Jackson, you can also allocate. I think Jackson is right in the rear though, so you're probably out of range still. Generic missile illuminator is on, so that's a fire control sensor, and that's somewhat bad for us. Right, interesting scenario with the Chinese shipping. I know the Russians have this type of system. I didn't quite know the Chinese did that as well, although it does make sense. It's a very... It creates uncertainty mostly. It's not really that threatening because it can't really fire that many salvos, but you just don't know what's going to happen. So these guys here still damaged. We don't know how much damage exactly, of course. These guys are starting to slow down a little bit. These guys down here not so much. Yeah, we are still engaging them with a lot of guns. You can basically see this guy is just firing away at this ship. And there is some fire on there as well. That was a hit. I suppose we can run a bit faster here. Still 12 knots though, so yeah, they are firing now again. But we must be able to take some toll on them. Let's grab you here and start to turn around so that they maybe are a little bit missing. You can see the pattern of them is much worse than ours. So they're not really as good at targeting us as we are targeting him. That being said, we don't seem to be that good at it though. Let's do another 50 rounds here. And you're fine basically. Let's try to turn around. I think there's a problem here with the allocation of these guys or range of these guys. That was a hit. Nice. Can you turn on your sensors please? Oh, you have them turned on. Interesting. I didn't know you had. Come on. So many hits, so little effect. Another 40 rounds. There we go. Come on. That should really be enough. I really don't want to waste anything more on you. 6 knots still. How can you be so... Our weapons are reloading, but there we are firing again. And causing hits. And penetrating the armor. And still only slowing them down by a very small margin there. How about you? Can you in any way attack this guy? We do have a single Hellfire. Let's at least try to bring it forwards. Still not killed. Almost want to machine gun him into submission. Right, come on, I just want to sing that, and then we're probably going to end the episode and see what the Chinese are going to do next time around. Ooh, who are you? Oh, you're on the intercepting warfare mission. Interesting. Okay, let's stop you guys. You know what? Fine, we're going to rake him with 30mm guns. if that's what it takes. Just rake him at very low distance. Yeah, but I definitely want to sing him at this point. Interesting that this weapon is still reloading. It's taking a long time for that to happen. Right. So we've got you over here. Let's set it to cruise speed. Let's see what you can get out of this damaged ship. Some shipping down there. Merchantmen over here. Tankers over there. Ah, there we go. Okay, finally sunk. So, with that being done, what we're going to do with you guys here is to bring you forward and just try to sail through this strait in a very fast manner. And let's go for full speed over here. So you're going to pick up some speed, and then we are going to try to get them out of there. And you know what? I think you are going to try to sort of come up this way over here as well, sort of limp behind the other guys at the most speed that you can, which is very little. But everyone else should be a little bit better off, and that should be okay. And let's lastly check what types of aircraft we've got around over here. We've got one MH-60 with potentially Hellfire loadout. Everyone else is fine. There's another one which we'll have available in 4 hours, which is going to be, of course, a longer while. I suppose what we should do though is ask these guys here to be prepared for maritime surveillance, which is not going to take that, well, it's going to take a while to prepare them, but the reason why I want to do that is because if we do want to spy on these Chinese vessels, then probably what we want to do here is make sure that we have someone who can actually do that, at least to some extent. Right, that being said, I think this is a very good place to put in a cut. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you around next time when we do finish this up. Thank you very much. Bye bye.